second string telling the truth. There's no need to take offense. Grant Jake Logan in the booth, so you better pay attention.
Good afternoon, Corvallis. You're listening to Second String Sports on 88.7 FM KBVR. Last show of the term. Last show of fall term.
Man, Things are just winding down. It's sad.
You know, we weren't blessing the radio airwaves last week because we were watching the Civil War game and still hungover from turkey and food. Post-Thanksgiving meal. You know, last show of the term, we are officially back. And we do have a special guest in the booth who you may have recognized from, what was it, about 3 weeks ago?
Something like that.
3 weeks ago.
4 weeks ago.
But for those of you who, love to listen to us back through the podcast or on our YouTube page, there were some technical difficulties. So sorry to Jeff's parents and all of them.
Come on.
Sorry about that.
Come on, technical difficulties.
Jeff's,
my mom. She was real upset that she couldn't hear the episode.
That was all Jake's fault.
Oh, I know.
But say hi to the cameras if she is able to watch this back.
She is. I've been texting with my mom. I'm trying to get her to tweet in. I don't know if she knows how Twitter works, but I'm going to try to get her to tweet in.
Well, we welcome all tweeters. So
yeah. Try to get Mama Lowe in.
Yeah, and speaking of mamas, shout out to Crystal. It's her birthday today.
That, Logan, one of our co-hosts, is big mom.
She's probably the biggest fan out there.
Chris is probably what is her claim that she takes work off on Fridays just to listen?
Yep.
That's some
dedication.
That's some
big birthday shout out right there, Mom.
What are you gonna, Crystal? If you're listening right now, why don't you tweet in?
Tweet at us. Mom.
What your birthday plans are?
Yeah.
You know,
we're interested. Everyone's interested.
You can get a little crazy tonight. It's fine.
Yeah. It's a Friday.
It's fine.
Turn up.
All right, so we do have a lot to talk about today. College football, a little NFL, and a lot of NBA. A lot of NBA to talk about here, so be prepared for that. If you like to jump in the discussion with us during the show, you can hashtag Second String Sports or tweet at us live at Second String KBVR. And before we get into the show, we'll do a quick personal Twitter shout out. I am at JMcCrady7 if you want to follow my tweets during the show.
At LT McGinnis.
And at Grant Ocampo.
At GLO Show 6. All capitals.
The Glow Show.
The Glow Show, GLO Show. I've heard it all.
You a good show?
Am I a good tweet? Are you saying? Is that what you're asking?
Is your life a good show?
I mean, I think so. I'm a pretty entertaining guy. I'd like to think.
I'd buy a ticket to the G-Lo show.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyways, let's get into it. College football. Last week, biggest game of the season every year for Oregon State football was the Civil War. And I believe we all predicted a significant, 2-3 touchdown loss, even though we didn't have the show right before it. But the week before that, we did not predict what was going to happen and what conspired. In fact, I didn't even think Seth Collins would play at all. But
yeah, well, I don't really think anyone predicted that.
No,
at all.
Yeah. Well, I think also that's a big situation. Maybe looking at going in the offseason. If he didn't play in that game, I think it was almost a guarantee he's not coming back.
Yeah.
But since he does play in that game, I think he does. I think he's coming back for sure. We've already seen we've seen
put him at that wildcat spot.
Yeah,
it was effective.
Yeah, it was really effective. And as we see, we've already seen some people leave the program. Biggest name was Nick Mitchell.
Oh yeah.
I don't think losing Mitchell's though.
No,
big.
Especially
Mitchell came in under Riley too. So
especially with the situation going forward, it's not a big deal.
No, it's not a big deal at all. But seeing that Seth Collins was not technically on that list. I think he's for sure staying.
It was big.
Yeah,
it was huge.
I think he's maybe buying in that he's going to be used as that wildcat wide receiver threat. So I think that's going to be huge for us. And also, quarterback situation next year will also be interesting.
That's the discussion that we were having.
Mason Moran.
Yeah, I just saw that.
There's 3 options there now.
Garrettson,
right.
And McMarion played. Like
he played
great
game
well
in the Civil War.
Yeah,
I came out of nowhere too. I mean, especially watching his last other starts, it was a night and day.
Yeah, and we're gonna say Oregon's offense or Oregon's defense is it's not nothing to shine about, but
but they were on a roll.
But what Oregon defense did to also a great team in USC, who's now also going
to the Pac-12
title game,
fight on.
So. Jeff's also he's from LA. So,
I'm an LA homer.
Yeah, as you can see, possibly from his hat here. So The title game, we could discuss that here in a little bit too. But overall, the Civil War game, if we would have got that victory, that'd been so sweet. But I think overall, it was a great moral victory, just not for the student athletes, but for us as well.
And I was extremely impressed. I mean, at halftime, honestly, that game looked almost over.
It was a 30-7, I believe.
I think it might have been 31-14.
But it was 31-10.
That's what it was.
That's what it was. 31-10. I'll be honest. I took a nap. It was 31-10, and I woke up and it was 31. I think it was 31-17, and then Victor Bolden had that punt return.
The punt return for a touchdown.
31-24.
Which was
I went crazy at my uncle's house. It was awesome.
First Oregon State punt return for a touchdown since 2011. Jordan Poyer.
That is so weak. I
Isn't
remember
that
the Jordan
insane?
Poyer one. Okay,
Isn't that
funny
insane?
thing about the Jordan Poyer one, that was my first game ever at Oregon State when he returned that punt.
So it's full circle, freshman to literally didn't happen 4 years later. Wow.
Yeah.
But, to stay in that game, that just shows, the greatness of Gary Anderson to keep them motivated.
Yeah.
And, I mean, any other team could have just folded there and said, we're done. We haven't won a Pac-12 game. They fought the whole rest of the game, went down, scored, kept their composure when they needed to. So I was really impressed and bright future.
Yeah. Also, I mean, a guy like Ryan Nall. Ryan Nall had a big game. As a freshman.
Huge.
And just like coming out of Ryan Nall, what was he, linebacker before and
tight end. He bounced around to a bunch of different positions.
He's found his role.
And he's just and I think using him and as well with
Lucas.
I think it's just going to be a great 1-2 punch right there with speed and just power back.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Nall has a little speed. I mean, he showed it off.
Yeah, he showed that long touchdown
run.
Yeah,
speed kills.
You can't teach speed.
Yeah. What? Any other takeaways from the Civil War?
I like McMarion. I thought he looked really good. And I mean, I don't know if it was like every time McMarion came in, he never started a game. He'd always come in a position where
got
Seth
the look.
Yeah, exactly. So where Seth was hurt or
Which makes me wonder why Nick Mitchell got so many.
I don't get it. I mean, and for Nick
He's
Mitchell,
not good. He wasn't good.
I went back and looked at Nick Mitchell on Rivals, and Nick Mitchell, he was a pro style quarterback. That was the reason why he came to Oregon State. I mean, he clearly didn't fit Gary Anderson's system, and I think McMarion fits a little better. And you could see with a game plan in place for him in a week, he was able to perform a lot better.
Yeah, because when he did come into the games, it was at the end of fourth quarters, or he
just kind of thrown in the middle.
Like
exactly.
Or when
which is a real tough spot.
Yeah,
for
when
him
Mitchell
to come
got
in.
hurt, like the game against Cal.
Yeah,
he came in then. So once he had a game plan.
For a quarterback, it's all about stability. You gotta have a solid week of practice to at least know you're the guy too.
Yeah,
going into it mentally it had to have changed for him.
Yeah, and just going forward here. I believe that McMarion should start next year over Garrettson and leave Moran maybe just a year, just observe,
maybe even
redshirt him. I think that's the key thing. I don't want to. I think just going forward, we just have to just keep going with the process, as he said before.
Moran could go play safety for us right now. And if you watch his tape in Chandler, he is coming in as an athlete.
Yeah.
He can play quarterback, but he could also play safety, possibly receiver for OSU.
And he's coming here for our spring ball.
Yeah, which is huge. I mean,
which is what Seth did.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Collins did the same thing, and it didn't exactly work out, but we'll see.
You got to look at it because he was also recruited by Louisville as a safety.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's really athletic. I'm pretty sure Oregon State offered him before he had even played a varsity quarterback snap.
Yeah.
I mean, he backed up. I don't remember his name, Bryce something, who went to Arizona State. So
yeah,
they have a lot of talent on Chandler.
All right, so future predictions. It's a long ways away. Who do you think is going to come out of spring camp
as a quarterback?
As a starting quarterback? Just future. We got a long ways away.
I said, I think a couple weeks ago, I think it's going to be Garrettson. He just has that experience under Anderson. That same sort of system.
Yeah,
strong arm, accurate. He has the 2 years of college experience already, 2 years left. I think it's going to be Garrettson. And then I think Moran redshirts, develops a year. or I guess 2 years while Garrettson's playing, and then I think Moran takes over after that.
I give it to McMarion. I've been a McMarion fan ever since he committed to Oregon State. Shout out to my boy Ian Campbell. I sent him the highlight tape as soon as I found it. That's a true story. But I think you give it to him purely because of the Civil War game. I mean, I know we don't win. We didn't win.
Yeah.
But you have to look at that as kind of a launching off
composure.
point.
Yep.
Yeah.
And as we said in the Civil War, I think things about to change. They lost. Oregon lost Scott Frost here.
I'm not ready to say Oregon State's going to catch Oregon.
I'm not going to say, but I just say there's
going to
be
a
start. Yeah.
I think it's a start of a possible process here. I'm not going to say that Oregon's not going to do like great next year or horrible, but I think there might come. I'm just going to say they're going to come back down to earth a little bit here.
For Oregon, at least, it all depends on their quarterback. Because if Jeff Locke and Taylor Alley are playing quarterback, you see what the Ducks are. I mean, you saw
it this year.
If Vernon Adams could have passed a math class in the beginning of the summer, Oregon might be in the college football playoff rankings right now. Yeah. I mean, Oregon's a totally different team when Vernon Adams is healthy.
Yeah.
It's all about the quarterback for them.
Yeah. Very true.
Agreed. All right, so moving on from college football here, we're going to take a quick PSA break. But before we do, we did get a little response tweet in from a number one fan. Crystal McGinnis says, Mama McGinnis is being wined and dined out with yummy Italian food and a big party on Saturday. Let the wine flow.
Nice.
Agreed. Turn up.
Turn up
with second string. What was that, Geoff?
I thought that was funny. Turn up with second string. You made me chuckle there.
Got a little LOL in there.
LOL.
We're derailing early here. All right, we're going to take a PSA break. This is Second String Sports. When we return, we got college basketball.
Tinks.
A little bit of NFL and some NBA. Stay tuned.
This is Usher.
My mom said,
I spent years mentoring youth and have seen how volunteering and service teaches young people the skills they need to become leaders and sets them on the path for success. This is about you. It's about your power. It's about creating change on your terms by volunteering. The truth is, you can do anything. Join me in answering the President's call to service. Go to serve.gov today. This message is brought to you by United We Serve and the Corporation for National and Community Service.
And we are back. Second String Sports here with a little bit of college basketball talk going on right here. Oregon State, currently 5-1.
We lost to Valpo last Thursday. Last week. Last Thursday.
Almost a week ago.
Something like that.
Yeah.
About a week ago.
We played LMU the other night. So what do you everyone saw that game, and so what does everybody think of how we played against LMU?
I thought we looked good. I mean, we're obviously a really young team.
Yeah.
I mean, you see it with the four freshmen who play. Mm-hmm. But I mean, we have talent there.
Yeah, and again, so the game against Valpo, one thing that was a concern, not with just Tinkle, but the rest of the team, was that Gary shot 25 times or 24 times.
That's a lot for him.
Plus 20. That's just too much of what Gary can do everything. And that was just almost too much to expect from him in that game. But the offense wasn't working in that game as well. So, but a game against LMU, Gary had 6 points?
Yeah, 4 or 6.
4 or 6 points.
Like
but he just dished out 9 assists, 9 rebounds. So you could just see that Stephen Thompson had a good game. Olaf had a great game with 19 points. So I like that game against Olaf. And I think going forward, that's a key part. And we're going to go to Kansas here pretty soon.
I'm jacked up for that game.
I am too.
I am really fired up to watch them play the Jayhawks.
Yeah, I honestly think we have a chance, but I'm not going to say
no.
It's not going, but it's not going to be like
it's a real hard no.
It's a real hard. No, I'm going to say that.
No, I'm agreeing with Logan on it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to squash his point.
Yeah, but it's going to be a tough game, and I do think
it's just a learning game.
Yeah, overall, that will be just a great game, win or lose, for the freshmen and going forward and getting prepped for Pac-12 play.
Definitely.
I mean, I think for Oregon State, to your point about Gary shooting 25 times, Oregon State's a better team when Gary Payton's filling up the stat sheet, when he's getting rebounds, assists, steals, points, all that. Oregon State's a much better team. We don't need Gary Payton to be shooting 20, 25 times a game.
Not at all.
It's not in his game. It's not the way he plays or should play.
Yeah, he's at his best when he's not forcing things.
Exactly.
I think he's smooth and I completely agree there. Smooth like butter.
And it was just last game that he did actually tie his dad's record for consecutive games with Thiel's at 37.
I looked it up.
30,
It was
37.
6 points last game. Logan's right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I like the roster we have a lot. I think that at times the offense has gotten stagnant. I think that Wayne has mentioned that. I don't remember if it was last game or 2 games ago. He said it made him physically sick or something like that.
Yeah,
at
the
times.
offense. Yeah, I think that was probably the Valpo game.
Yeah, we're a young team. It's some things I think are easy to correct. They weren't cutting hard enough. I don't think opening up enough easy shots, and it's just something that they're going to learn as they go along. I agree that the Kansas game is going to help a lot.
Yeah,
maturing and we're in a good position going forward. Big game tomorrow.
Yep,
big game tomorrow.
Yep.
So, anything else going forward with Oregon State men's basketball here, guys?
I honestly too. I think LMU really was impressed with Derek Bruce.
Derek Bruce is just putting people on skates.
Derek Bruce, best ball handler on the team as a freshman.
Yeah, and and whenever there's a press, you just put Derek Bruce out there. He's a one-man press breaker. I've been impressed with his ball handling skills as well.
Yeah, and I think that in the games past, he looked, pretty nervous, really tentative. I felt like versus LMU, he was just kind of out there, playing his game. He played 18 minutes, had 6 points. He was finding guys open. He did a lot more than the stat sheet showed. Yeah. And he was finding guys, Stephen Thompson in particular. That's going to be something going forward that's going to be really fun to watch.
One guy we haven't mentioned yet, but, Drew
Eubanks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's my dude.
Yeah.
I love Eubanks.
I did, when he gave, Tinkle mentioned it, and he kind of gave the little bow to the face, but refs didn't see the game or the play before that, but I do like that though. I like the chippiness out of him. I think that's
especially as a freshman.
I like the chippiness and even though maybe it wasn't a great situation in time to chuck a little bow there. I like the aggressiveness from that though.
Definitely,
that's what we need down low. Yeah,
and especially right now without Gomez.
That's what we need.
Yeah. So that going forward, I think once we get Gomez back too.
What's the timetable on that return too?
I saw that he had a little bit of a setback.
Yeah.
I don't know how big of a setback. It looked like maybe a week or like a week thing, not anything too major. But when you look at Eubanks, like Logan was saying, 17, 9, and 2 blocks last game, so that's impressive.
Yeah, and
Jarmal, game time decision tomorrow. He's going to help a lot.
That's big.
Yeah, and
that's real big.
Yeah, so we're going to get a lot of depth here, and it's going to be pretty good.
Agreed.
Okay.
Basketball. We have some visitors walking by.
Yeah.
We got some outside fans peeping in, but we ain't zoo animals.
We ain't no zoo animals.
Tell them.
So that's Oregon State basketball. Make sure to come out 1 o'clock
game. And I think that's going to be a big attendance game too.
I think
a lot of people are coming out. Like the game
especially with finals too, when people are able to get the game, out of the way with.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. And
but you got college football all day tomorrow.
Yeah, but
I don't want to rain on the Beaver Parade, but I'm more juiced about watching conference title games.
But the game against USC last year,
what type of juice?
Orange, Beaver juice.
Beaver juice.
Hey. Bring it back, man. That was the coolest hashtag to ever come through Oregon State.
There's still some shirts.
I'm still sipping on some Beaver juice. All right, but all I gotta say is last year against the USC game, it was like a 1 o'clock game as well, and we got Gill packed. I think it might be, even though it's not a Pac-12 opponent, I think it's going to be a somewhat similar situation.
Well, let's hope so. I hope so. We need to go support this team. This is an impressive squad.
Exactly. So that's your Oregon State basketball. If you've had anything that you've wanted to say during the show, if you are listening live about Oregon State football or Oregon State basketball, tweet us in #SecondStringSports. As we move on, we're going to take a quick transition here and move into NFL before we get into the end of the show here. What a game last night for all of you guys that did watch it.
Wow.
#Hail Mary Rodgers, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Rodgers is just...
You guess?
I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and try and come up with a hashtag. As you know from the sports show, Jake, I'm not a hashtag game fan. I'm not very creative with the hashtags. I just don't like it.
Yeah, Jake's just a social media fiend, so he just has to come up with a great hashtag.
Savage, to quote Jake Savage on on the social media game.
Savvy on the soch.
Savage on the soch, yeah.
I agree. NFL.
So
Ending the end of the season. I know if any of you that don't know, Geoff is a big Seahawks fan as well.
I am.
We haven't been able to talk about Jimmy Graham, but we'll move on to that. Should we do game predictions or talk about last week?
game predictions might be kind of tough.
Yeah.
Try to we squeeze a little time in there, but we can give some
big
the
games.
top games.
We need to delve into that mediocre.
Yeah. So okay, let's
As
just first talk about
I see what you did there.
talk about a little bit of the game last night. Overall, that Hail Mary was absolutely amazing, but super lucky that he even got that play because of the face mask. What is the Detroit guy thinking? Like,
the whole face mask thing, I don't know. It's kind of a hard thing to call there, but I don't get how you don't have Calvin Johnson out there.
Oh, on the last play?
Your biggest, most athletic freak out there, just say, dude, patrol the end zone. Anything comes your way, tip it down. And that I don't get.
Yeah, and I don't know. It was just kind of funny though because the Lions season's already plummeting downhill, and who knows, they might be in the running for a first or maybe a first draft pick there, but
we'll see. But I gotta say, from a fantasy perspective, I was super stoked because I got Aaron Rodgers. But from an actual NFL fan's perspective, I would have loved for the Packers to lose that game. Being a Seahawk fan, because
I agree.
We need all the help we can get right now.
Yeah,
very true.
Yeah, that's how I feel about my Chiefs. We're 6-5.
Did not know you were a Chief fan.
Yeah, we got.
They didn't know that.
No, I would never peg Logan for a Chief fan.
AFC
what would you
right
peg
now
him for?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I've never.
It's
like a Buccaneers guy.
Yeah, I could see that. Like the creamsicle unis. I could see him liking those.
Roasted.
It's not roasted, dude. Those are sweet jerseys.
Disgust.
Dude, just say disgust. I mean, you can speak in the English language.
Jake has his own language.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
Oh, you know.
Yeah,
Listeners
I do.
probably know that by now.
Very true. So the NFL, wind it down.
Talking big games.
Yeah, let's go into the big games.
All right, I got one for you. Right into your guys' alley here. Seattle at Minnesota.
Minnesota's good.
Minnesota's good.
They're good.
They're good.
And AP, possible MVP. I'm just saying. I think
really?
See, okay, I have no problem with you saying that, but that award will not. I mean, it's going to take something
extraordinary
for a running back to win
100
MVP
yards
for the next 10 to 15 years. As long as passing is the way it is in the NFL, it's a quarterback award.
It is,
which is it's kind of
always
sad.
has been, always will be.
But who else is going to take it right now besides maybe Rodgers? Brady.
I wouldn't give it to Rodgers. I'd say Cam Newton. It's Cam Newton.
A lot of people are still talking Cam.
I think it's
Cam or Tom.
I think it's
Cam or Tom, and I think I'd give it to.
Much rather give it to Cam. Not just.
I give it
personally.
I don't have a huge issue with Brady. I think Brady is the best player, but I think it'll go to Cam, kind of like Jordan in the '90s, where Jordan is the best player, but people don't want to give another MVP to Jordan, so they give it to Karl Malone or Charles Barkley. Yeah. I think Cam Newton's kind of he's young, he's a new fresh face on the scene in the MVP talk. I think people might be more inclined to vote for Cam Newton than Brady, and with the whole Deflategate thing, people still don't like Brady.
True.
Also, dark horse, Carson Palmer.
I like that.
Maybe.
Fresh on sports take.
Cardinals.
Yeah, Cardinals are impressive. 9-2. I mean, I agree with Geoff. I think it's Cam's to lose at the moment.
Exactly.
But just, looking forward to possible others.
Yeah.
Someone to keep an eye on.
All right, speaking of Cam, who loses first, Cam Newton or Steph Curry?
We didn't even make we got super derailed on that.
We didn't even talk about it went from the Seahawks Vikings to the MVP discussion like that.
Anyway, quick before Seahawks Vikings, everyone.
I think Seattle's going to come out and run the ball because of the Jimmy Graham injury. I don't think the Jimmy Graham injury hurts Seattle as much as people think it does.
A lot of people are saying that.
I think
I
Seattle,
haven't been seeing too many people saying it hurts us.
I don't think it does. Yeah, I think Seattle can really get back to what they do, which is run the ball. And you saw last week, as long as Russell Wilson has time in the pocket, he can be a legitimate pocket passer in the NFL, and that's really been the biggest key for Seattle this year. It's been the O-line. The O-line has been atrocious, and Russell's had his moments too where he holds onto the ball for too long.
Because we made that Jimmy trade.
You're right. I mean, yeah, definitely. Like, I agree with that. But I think with Jimmy out, you're going to see them try and run it a lot more. I mean, try and pound it, establish it against the Vikings. The Vikings are a good D. They're a good team. It's gonna be interesting.
Real good D.
They are. You're not gonna get me on that. Oh, I got a tweet from my mom.
Let's read the tweet.
Okay, mentioned by @MichelleLowe20, @Second String Sports KBVR, @GLO Show 6, @KBVR FM. Dang, she's getting a lot of mentions in there. Great to see and hear you. Glad to see you in the sports world again. Thanks, Mom. That's really nice. I appreciate that.
That was very sent.
We appreciate all
the
tweets.
moms are just loving the episode.
I'm loving
today.
the mom like
Mom
influence
love,
here.
Yeah, the mom love.
Grant, where's our moms at?
My mom's currently at work. Doesn't have a Twitter,
Yeah.
but you know what? We'll get her on one time here. She's not working.
Set her up over the winter break with a Twitter
Get her
account
in.
just
There
to
you
tweet
go.
in.
Okay.
We're the only following
At SS biggest fan.
Yeah.
Biggest
Yeah,
fan
that's
one.
fan accounts.
All right.
Next big game.
Overall,
I think we just mentioned
wouldn't say there's absolutely that many big games this week.
Well,
but
the Panthers game, though.
But the other game, Panthers game.
Yeah.
The Panthers are playing the Saints.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's now a big game
It's
because
still,
the Panthers
it's always,
they're undefeated.
Undefeated.
but they're gonna win. But
I think they'll win, but the way the NFL works is someone is going to beat the Panthers where you don't think that, like, you just don't think it's going to happen.
Exactly.
And it's
Yep.
going to be the Saints where Drew Brees can just have this insane day where he throws for 400 yards and 7 touchdowns.
Literally
And the
exactly what I
Saints
was
won.
thinking.
so you're
Yep.
saying Saints this Sunday.
I'm not willing to go that far. I'm just
if you
saying
mentioned
that
it, you
can
gotta
happen.
get. You mentioned you're jumping in the fire.
Well, there was who did the Saints play last week?
All right, I'll go out and say it. Saints beat the Panthers this week. Jack Campbell, that's for you.
What does B. Cooks do in that game?
I don't know, dude. Brandon Cooks is such an enigma. Like, I really thought he'd be a lot better coming out, getting Drew Brees like that. I thought he'd really tear it up.
Yeah. Well, at the same time as Drew Brees going downhill-ish, but he's still having a decent season. Like, Drew Brees came out and had like the 7 touchdown game or whatever it was. But
Yeah, to answer your question, Saints played the Texans, lost 24-6.
yeah, that's
The
what
Texans aren't bad though. Like,
They're not.
good defense.
The Texans. I want to say they're 6-5, or they're. I know they're threatening for the playoffs to win the week
they're
NFC
6-5.
South.
6
Yeah,
and
the
5.
AFC right now is absolutely just packed. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
I mean, kind of both conferences. There's
So-
not really. I mean, you got the Panthers and the Patriots, and then it's just kind of like
And then
everybody
it's-
else in both divisions.
Yeah.
And
So-
I don't think the Panthers will win the Super Bowl out of the NFC.
All right.
There, I said it.
Wow.
We got a
right.
Pittsburgh versus Colts game, and we had Jeff Lowe on the show, big Steelers fan, previous week.
And shout out Jeff. He was actually at that.
He was at the
amazing
Seahawks game.
Seattle
Oh,
Steelers
really?
game. Yeah, he was
That
there.
must be kind of rough to watch.
Ooh,
If
yeah.
shout out to Marcus Wheaton.
So
I was
good to
stoked
watch.
for Marcus Wheaton to have
Yeah,
a big
that was
game.
awesome.
I would have
Yeah.
liked it
It's
to
like
be
best
like
of both
the
worlds. We
following
got-
week, not against my Seahawks, but
Still got that.
can't
It was
Yeah,
W.
what you want.
it was a surprising week though. It came out of nowhere from Wheaton,
It
Yeah, I
really,
know.
it really
It's a
did.
big game.
and it gets the Seahawks.
yeah, definitely.
I think he had 201
yeah.
touchdown.
I think he had one or
That's
two
impressive.
touchdowns. Yeah,
Yeah.
big game.
Keyed on Antonio Brown and did Marcus Wheaton. It was just open.
Yeah.
Got the deep balls. That's pretty good.
Steelers, Colts. I'm going to go Steelers in that
Real
one, though.
deep.
I think I would go Steelers too because
At home,
Is
too.
it Steelers at Colts or Colts at Steelers?
Colts
it's at
Steelers.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And Matt Hasselbeck.
Hasselbeck,
I know
baby.
I know he's undefeated this season right now.
Hey, shout out
a
him,
starter.
too. He's really impressive.
He
as
is
a starter.
really impressive.
40 years old.
But I just don't know how much longer old man Hasselbeck can keep this thing up, though. But
I mean,
love it.
it's a fun
It's-
ride, though. I mean,
it's awesome.
especially
it is
for us
awesome.
to
It's
see.
awesome. It's hilarious.
Yeah,
What?
exactly.
Quarterback controversy when
Yeah,
Luck gets
right?
healthy.
Papa Hath.
It's definitely not a QB controversy. It's pretty
I
interesting
mean-
how you got the Colts and the Broncos with their QB controversies.
Yeah.
Where you got Andrew Luck, the young gun who's hurt, and Peyton Manning, the old legend who's hurt. Do you start Brock or do you play Peyton?
I think Brock Osweiler
I
is
do
probably
too.
the better play there.
I do too.
honestly. Peyton
He's
has
looked good.
Yeah. I didn't think Peyton was going to have a good season. I called that from the start. I just
He
want
did,
to say
actually.
that.
It's
I also,
like-
Yeah.
But I also said the
Literally
Broncos.
first episode of this show.
I called it no, not the first episode of the show. I called that in the spring. I called that from the spring. But I'm just
Oh,
also
that's
going to
true,
say
actually. The old studio.
Even though, no, we were here. But
Oh,
I was saying that
Your head is in the clouds.
I didn't think the Broncos were going to get this many wins, but they're still somewhat surprising.
Yeah.
But now I think with Brock in there, I think they will continue to get some wins.
For the Broncos, it was the defense that was surprising. I mean, I didn't think the defense would be this good.
Yeah, they're having
carry him throughout the season.
They're having one of the best fantasy defensive years of all time.
Yeah,
it's unreal.
Yeah.
All right, is that all that was pretty much the biggest games that we could have gone over, right?
Yeah, there's not that many other big games.
Oh, Jets Giants, come on.
All right, man,
Little New York rivalry there.
I don't care. It's New York. We don't need to talk about them.
Exactly. All right, that's our NFL portion of the show. If you have anything that you want to say on anything we've said so far, hashtag Second String Sports, or you can follow in the pass of the moms and tweet at the show at Second String KBVR because, fans do what fans want, right?
Yeah, they do.
Thanks for listening. We're going to end out the show after this PSA break with Kobe talk, NBA talk,
yeah,
Jahlil talk, just the overall best talk that we, the most important part of the show.
Yeah, Kobe.
I'm just going to put
obviously.
it out there. We'll give you your own little man. If we had a sad music like sultry piano
Find one.
soundtrack,
Play one.
I'm going to try to put that. We'll give you a solid little reminiscing moment.
Try and make me cry or what?
I mean, yeah.
Try to play one right now.
I mean,
Oh, I'm so happy. I can't even.
That's definitely
I just saw
I just
Definitely
wanted to
not
see which
that.
one you click.
it's a fun game.
Picks of the week. Picks of the week. Picks of the week. We're not doing picks of the week this week. Sorry.
I know. I just had to play it.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
The odds of becoming a signed artist and having 3 #1 albums? 1 in 100 million. The odds of going on to win 6 Grammy Awards? 1 in 1.4 million. The odds of this performer having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 110. I'm Toni Braxton, and I encourage you to learn the signs of autism at autismspeaks.org. Autism Speaks. It's time to listen. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
What was that, Jeff?
I was saying I got called out via Snapchat to make a bet on the Panthers Saints game.
Well, someone's watching who's
My buddy Jack Campbell back home. He's SC goes to SC. He's a big
we got
Panther
some
fan.
big time viewers all the way in.
Yeah.
Shout out SC, man.
Yeah, he's a big
some
Panther. He's a big Panther fan. He said some not safe for work language in the snap that I can't exactly say, but he said
Well, you
basically
could,
implied
but it wouldn't end well.
it would not end well. But he implied that we should bet on it, and I'll make that
right.
deal. I'll bet on it.
How much was he proposing?
I don't know. We
No,
didn't
it
get-
should
we
be
didn't get
money.
any
It
numbers
should
here.
be facial hair for 24 hours. You get to pick the person's facial hair for 24
We
hours.
both have solid beards right now.
All right,
so
there
we
you
can,
go.
We can
That-
do that.
that's your
Jack,
bet.
I know you're listening. Facial hair for 24 hours.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Someone's just gonna go for the, I'll say Charlie Chaplin, but
Yeah. How about you can
I see
leave
what
that
you
one
did
out of the picture?
you get what I'm saying.
I get what you implied.
That one's not allowed. You can leave that one excluded.
Yeah, I'm
Sorry,
We
Charlie.
could just do like
Sorry, Charlie.
handlebar mustaches.
But I feel like you'd do that anyway, though.
I mean, I do the regular stash, but I've
Yeah.
never gone. I've gone full handlebar once, and then went to peacock. And then, I mean, it was a fun time. Let's just leave it at that.
All right, moving on. Last portion of the show, NBA talk right here. Of course, we got to start it out with the biggest news in the NBA that has, happened in the last week, which is, I mean, we all sort of saw it coming, but now that it's been said, it's not.
It's real.
It's
real now.
constantly being discussed. It is
Yeah.
real. It is in the air. Kobe Bryant, this is his 20th and very last NBA season. As Jeff knows, he's growing up a Laker fan, so
Yeah.
I'll let you have the floor to kick off this
Well, I mean, all right.
specific portion.
Look, I get a lot of hate up here, rightfully so. I mean, if this is Blazer country, everyone's big Blazer fans up here. Grant's got this Blazer sweatshirt on right now, but I mean, for me, it's gonna be honestly one of like the saddest moments of my sports life because I have grown up my whole life with watching Kobe Bryant play. And I watched Kobe win his first championship when I was in first grade. I was there, watched him and Shaq win their first ring. So it's going to be a sad day for me. I don't know if I'll cry yet. A tear might be shed. I mean, it's very possible, but Kobe's one of the best players of all time. I think it's just sad. I mean, that's really what it is it's just sad to see. I mean, it's sad to watch Kobe play the way he's played this to the start of the season. because he's just not playing like himself.
Yeah. Although
And
on a high note, is this the best possible thing that the Lakers could have gotten for the rest of this year?
Yeah,
It
in a
is
way,
the farewell
'cause
play for
now it means we
Kobe.
can start the hashtag suck for Simmons.
Simmons is
Simmons-
Simmons is another
man.
side story.
Simmons,
Oh my
if
gosh.
you can get D'Angelo Russell,
Simmons.
Julius Randle, and Ben Simmons as a little big three. I know it's way out there, but I am like, I want it. I want it badly.
Ben
And Jim
Simmons.
Buss gone at the same time.
Yeah,
That'd
you
just be
do.
like the quad. Oh man.
Oh yeah, it's probably the best thing for the Lakers this season, even though Kobe's just getting the love when he doesn't like right now. Kind of deserves it. Kind of.
Okay, he absolutely deserves it. You can't say he doesn't deserve it.
This is what. This is also what I also somewhat compared it to on Twitter. Is it's almost just like a Derek Jeter last run.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like
That
the
is
same
exactly
thing. He's
what
just
it
going
is.
to go to every single city, and
You're
he's
the
going
one
to
who
get the
said
last.
that on
Yeah.
Twitter.
Yeah, I know. I said that. That's what I just said.
I thought you said you saw it. Never
No,
mind.
I said it on Twitter.
Very true, though.
It's just going to be like when
Yeah.
the Derek Jeter last run. He saw that in Philadelphia. So he's just going to get standing. He got like Kobe chance in whatever it was
in Washington the other night. Yeah, I'm excited to see. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw this. I mean, I saw it obviously being a big Laker fan, but it circulated through the Laker social media and all that. There's a Boston fan who wrote a really good letter to Kobe, basically saying how much he hates Kobe, but still respects him at the same time.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
how a lot of people probably feel as well.
And like, and the guy in the letter said it was the same thing. Like I compared it to Derek Jeter, basically. And I mean, it is. You got from a Boston perspective, you got two teams that you hate, in the Yankees and the Lakers. They both win a lot of titles, and they both have 5 rings. You know, so it's sad. It's gonna be sad to see him go, but it's definitely time for Kobe to leave.
Yeah, is this also going to be a trickling effect? Possibly for Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan. As much as I would be sad enough for Tim Duncan if he left because he wanted my
You got
Spurs.
to think
Different, though.
Garnett's
I mean, it's
got to be
different.
coming
I feel like it's
soon.
different with Kobe, though.
Yeah,
I mean, Duncan, because Duncan was never. I mean, when Duncan eventually does leave, Duncan wasn't out.
Yeah, he's not going to go out in the public.
Kobe was.
Yeah,
And same with KG to a certain extent. KG doesn't have the rings like Kobe and a Duncan does.
yeah. So I do think that's probably what's going to happen. Maybe at the end of this year. I
You
wouldn't be
think
surprised.
this is Duncan's last year, too?
I wouldn't be surprised, but I think because
It's been talked about for so long,
just because
though.
with Kobe and the Lakers, he just knows that there's nothing better right now. Looking forward to,
Right.
and I think if he just says this out now, Spurs overall they're going to go to the playoffs. Kevin,
Yeah. I mean, like with Kobe too, you can see it. Kobe, it looks like Kobe just has a weight off his shoulders right now. You
that's what I said.
I know.
guys want to hash this out? Let's do it. Come on.
We can get a playoff.
Embrace
we'll get into
debate.
playoff predictions later, but
Embrace debate. Come on.
I do embrace debate. I love debate.
I bet you do.
Anyways, moving on. Last opinions on Kobe. Farewell tour is officially begun.
Yeah.
For all you locals out there, January 23rd, Saturday, Kobe's last game in Portland.
I'm going to
Just
try to
saying.
be there. Mom, I know you're listening. Christmas is coming up. Christmas and my birthday's coming up.
Slip
So
those tickets in Jeff's stocking.
that would be pretty sweet.
Yeah, I said this on Twitter too. You know, coming from a Blazer fan, you know, as much as you love to hate him, it's going to be a sad day for the NBA. He's done so much for the league.
Yeah.
Loved seeing him play and seeing our teams compete against him. I mean,
Yeah,
All right, I got to say it because you guys are all Blazer fans.
I'm not.
I will know.
Yeah,
I
you-
mean these two and Mike over there, but I will play
Shout out
on
Mike for all
I will play on a loop.
people don't know what you're talking about.
Mike's over there.
He's the elusive cameraman.
Elusive cameraman. I will play on a loop forever. Kobe Bryant 2-game winners against the Portland Trailblazers against the Kobe stopper Ruben Patterson and the Kobe to Shaq assist.
The Kobe to Shaq assist.
You know,
That's
this was
a
one of my
famous one
favorite
right there.
games.
Please.
2013, Damian versus Kobe. His rookie
Okay,
year.
you really want to like?
No, I'm just
all right,
saying.
Damian versus Kobe in 2013.
I'm just saying that game was amazing.
All right, well,
Damian also broke Steve Nash, so that was
Steve
fun.
Nash. A lot of people broke Steve Nash in 2013. All right,
Jake's just trying to get a couple punches in there.
I know because it's a very typical Blazer thing. It's
Yeah,
like,
it is.
oh well, we did this. Well, yeah, but we won. Kobe won 5 rings and we got 16 total. So
Yeah, I feel you, Geoff. I feel you.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm about to mute both of you, but moving on into the younger side of the NBA.
Yeah.
Guy that goes by the name of Ja as his coach.
Coach K, yeah.
Yeah, Coach K called him Jaw.
I hate that.
I saw that.
It's disgusting.
Oh, you said the full word.
Anyway, Jahlil Okafor.
You not a Ja Rule fan then?
Nah, I'm okay. Moving
Gotcha.
on. Yeah.
Move on.
The NBA's Johnny Manziel, except worse.
No.
Oh,
No.
man.
No. Because Jahlil Okafor, it's a
I'm
one-time.
joking.
Well, then don't frame it like a question like that.
Yeah, that's your fault there,
Yeah,
Jake.
that's on you.
Blame my English teacher. She sucked.
What
Dang.
grade?
Yeah.
7th.
Shout out.
Really? Savage.
No, I'm grasping now. I don't know. Anyways, let's get back on topic. Jahlil Okafor has been in the media the past. It's only been within the week.
It hasn't been a good week, though.
It has been a terrible week.
Well, it's been a terrible season. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah, the season aside, but 2 videos have surfaced. Night in Boston. For those who don't know, he is a rookie, 19 years old. Got in 2 separate fights in the same night. Laid one guy completely out, actually, which there's probably going to be many charges pressed, along with police charges that are being pressed. And then after that started, the ball started rolling. He got a gun pointed at him in another altercation. He tried to use a fake ID, blah, blah, blah. Speeding ticket, 108 miles per hour into 40. Yeah. All of this conspired up. He's suspended for 2 games, and now they're placing a personal bodyguard with him.
Yeah. Well, this is how I see it. He's young, and obviously he's going to make mistakes, especially with the 76ers locker room, who doesn't have any veterans.
That is the biggest thing.
You're telling me
Their
Robert
oldest
Covington isn't a veteran presence in the locker room?
When your oldest player is 25 years old,
yeah, and
you're going to run loose.
Yeah. And if it's just like throw it out there, like Kevin Garnett, he's going to mentor Karl Anthony Towns and be like, "This is how you respect the league." There's and with
same thing with Kobe and all of those guys.
So that there's no veteran leadership. There's no one to tell him, "Hey, once the clock turns midnight, make sure
it'll be."
He's 19.
It'll be easy for him to get past this if he stays smart. It's just one of those things. It's just especially they're able to concentrate it because of how bad the 76ers are doing. So it's like the one thing that you can look to relating to the team right now. But I was having this discussion with someone. Do you think now they're going to seek to make a free agent veteran sign just...
No.
They don't even care?
No,
76ers don't care.
The 76ers are a train wreck.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying not for the season, just to sort of get him to calm down. You can pay someone
but that's what I'm saying. They don't even realize that.
Who do you pick up? I mean, Kevin Garnett, guys
Carlos
like Kevin
Boozer?
Garnett. Okay, sure. We can teach them how to use fake
Throw
hair
Carlos
products.
Boozer on the 76ers roster and see how that goes.
It'd be a real good mentor.
Here's what you do. You can trade Meta World Peace from the Lakers to the Sixers, and you have Meta be that veteran presence. And send,
Meta
the king is
for a
fighting.
guy who's fighting?
Exactly.
Okay.
Hey, Meta's in a better place now. I mean, I don't mean it like that, but I mean like he's in a better mental place than he was when he went to the stands.
Anyways, let's hope that he chills out so we don't have to see more Jahlil videos surface. Just saying.
And Coach K came out and defended him. Honestly, like I don't see it.
That was dumb.
Don't see it as a problem
I
going
hate it.
forward.
No, I don't either. I just think he's just a rookie, just not much other to do besides play basketball. What is he also going to do? And
fight in the streets?
With a horrible season going forward, I think overall, I think he'll get his act together. But now,
I would think he would too. But I mean, to the Johnny Manziel point is, I think the Sixers got ahead of it because of Johnny Manziel and because of what they've seen with the Browns. I mean, Johnny Manziel is just
he's about to be dropped this offseason.
Yeah, he's going to get cut and go to Dallas probably.
I can see that.
Yeah, Texas boy.
Sorry, cameraman Mike is pulling up things on Google Images that are distracting me right now.
It's just of Jake.
Yeah, it's a picture. I'm really glad that this is radio right now.
You should tweet that out then.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on from Jahlil Okafor, let's get a little Blazer talk just for me and Grant here. And Jeff, you can join in.
I watch the Blazers. I'm just not a Blazer fan.
Oh,
but I watch
that.
them because I know I got to talk about them.
I appreciate that as well. Blazers currently 8-12. We play the Timberwolves tomorrow. Good win last night. Grant, what are you thinking so far? I know we've had this discussion many times, but
they're about kind of what I expected. I mean, they started off hot, which I mean,
and then Blazers fans just like, oh my gosh, possible playoffs.
Yeah, and I mean,
Yeah, which is the most annoying thing to hear up here. But the overreaction from Blazer fans.
Accept
yeah,
it.
I do know that happens a lot. I'm not going to deny that. But like, they've shown flashes of being very good. I mean, even last night, the Pacers are a good team. They're playing well this year.
Now that Alan Crabb is an actual player, isn't that nice to have?
Paul George was playing out of his mind. And, Blazers put up 123 points against them. So, I mean, they've shown they can get it done, just not on a consistent basis so far.
It's just one of those.
And I think that comes with, youth, like we were talking about. I mean, they're young. They don't know how to close out some of these games, like Clippers.
Man.
That was an example of it.
The Dallas
couple
game.
games ago. Dallas. We've had some of these games in reach, and that's just something that comes with time, is learning how to close those games out. So, 8-12, about where you'd think they'd be.
Could be worse.
Could definitely be worse. You could be the 76ers.
It could be that's
the
how it's
The
Lakers.
Lakers, who lost to the 76ers.
So, I enjoy watching them play. That's one thing. They're giving their full effort every night.
Especially when it's games like last night.
Yeah, and they have all these. They're intriguing because they have all these players who, were highly coveted at one time, and then maybe weren't in the right situation or something, and they're fun to watch. So I don't know. There's not much more you can say. They're young. Mm-hmm. They're not the most talented, but they're fun to watch, and I like how hard they play.
Exactly. All right, moving on to a team that is very talented and also is fun to watch. 20-0 Golden State Warriors.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good.
They're really good.
They're a pretty good team.
Yeah. They're pretty solid.
Yeah, and I don't know. Part of me would be just how hilarious it would be if they just break the Bulls or Lakers streak.
The Bulls
72 and 10.
Yeah, you got the Bulls record of 72 wins, and then the 71-72 Lakers won 32 straight. So.
Yeah. I think overall,
both
I wouldn't mind seeing one of those records broken.
I would love it.
I think
it'd
rather
be
have
awesome.
the 72 wins be broken, but that's me being a homer.
Yeah,
there.
but I think it'd be pretty cool. But overall, the NBA is just it's a hit or miss. Like sometimes someone can just upset someone over a night where it's just an off night. So I think soon is going to be one of those nights for the Warriors.
I think Golden State will definitely have a night coming up because they're on this pretty intense road trip right now where Steph and Clay aren't going to be shooting lights out.
Yeah. And there's been close games. And there's been close games. The game against the Jazz.
106, 103, I believe.
Fun. Yeah. So,
I mean, even if you look at next game, they're playing Toronto. In Toronto. I mean, that's going to be a tough game
in the year too.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, not saying it's going to happen, but there is a lot of these games that could go either way.
But overall, they're going to be like a.
They're incredible.
They're probably going to be the top team in the West, and
no doubt.
Defend the title.
They're already 9.5 games up on the Clippers in their division. That is crazy.
Good.
They're 4 up on the Spurs in the Western Conference right now.
Yeah, the Spurs I think the Spurs are 16-4
actually.
Yeah.
Well, and going off your point, I mean, seeing one of the records broken, I would love it. I think it's great for the league. Mm-hmm. They're a fun team to watch. Humble, they play together.
I wouldn't say humble.
No, I would say they're.
I don't know.
I
like,
would say
if you look at like Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, they're confident, but they're not like cocky in a way. I mean, they've earned the right to be.
I would wholeheartedly disagree with that completely.
I don't know.
On course, Steph Curry's one of the cockiest players in the league.
I think they're about as humble as you can get being 20-0.
I wouldn't say that either.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that.
I don't
like
think
we said he's confident, and
confidence and cockiness are two totally different things.
Yeah.
I don't
comes
think
off
they don't look like. I mean, if you want to say Draymond is a little cocky, I mean, I'll give you that. But Draymond just he just likes to talk more than anything.
Yeah.
And it may come off as cockiness or they're not humble.
Yeah,
I think they're pretty humble as a team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to agree there.
That's 3-1, Jake.
Cool. Moving on. Any last topics of the NBA we want to talk about before we wrap it up?
Can't think of anything.
We covered quite a bit.
Can't think of anything on top of my head, but we're kind of winding down. So
True.
I got a little update on the bet that I made.
facial hair?
Do it, yeah.
Facial hair bet has now been extended to 3 days, not 1.
Wow, there you go.
We're going all out here. And
Yes.
it's just been texted to me that how about the other person physically does it?
How is that going to go down? Oh, it would have to be winter break.
yeah, over
next
winter
week.
break.
Yeah, you just keep growing out the facial hair until
Yeah.
you go home.
I just
That's
wanna,
beautiful.
I could do that.
I'm glad I helped you guys out with this
Thank
bet.
you.
I'm
God,
thinking,
I really hope the Saints win now.
Sometime early winter term, we need to have Geoff on for another. Are you willing to make another? You know what I'm talking about? NFL bet for the Super Bowl. Are you willing to go that far?
All right.
Are you acknowledging it right now?
Hold up. I will say if Seattle gets to 11-5 and they're in the, I got to see how they're playing. Text me before the playoffs start, and if they're in, then I will make a similar bet.
Similar. How do you even go? For those of you who don't know, me and Geoff had a wager last year. Well, it was mostly just a wager for himself.
2 years ago, actually. It started. It was 2 years ago. Yeah.
2014.
I'm trying to give your listeners the truth here.
If
We're all about the truth.
Yeah.
Jake doesn't like to speak the truth.
When the Seahawks were in the Super Bowl against the Patriots, if the Seahawks were to win that, he was going to get a Seattle Seahawks tattoo.
Yeah.
So what is your stipulations for this year then?
Well, I mean,
They have to be 11 and.
Well, I'm saying I got to see how they're playing before I make this bet. I'm not willing to go right now. The 6-5 Seahawks are going to go on a run and win the Super Bowl.
So it's a soft wager.
I'm waver. Yeah, I got to see.
How's Mama Lowe feel about that?
She probably wouldn't like it. She'll probably think it's pretty
Yeah,
dumb. but
Jake said if the Blazers get 25 wins this season, he'll get a Blazers tattoo.
I like that.
I did not say that.
25.
How about we bet?
That's a
on the
terrible
Laker,
bet.
How about we bet on the Laker Blazer series this year? So the Blazers are already up 1-0. If the Lakers at least wow,
Choked up, fella.
I got a little choked up there.
It's the whole Kobe
I know, it's all
retiring.
coming
Yeah.
back now. If the Lakers at least split with the Blazers, you got to get a Blazer tat.
Split? No.
Like they go 2-2.
I will consider that.
All right.
All right.
Keep it, write it down, and I will consider that. I'll shake on it later.
First of all, I mean,
we're already
Blazers are 2-0.
All right. So if the Lakers win their next two,
I feel like
because I got no pressure here. The Lakers are supposed to lose.
Because
that's true. I'll think about it. Once you make your commitment for the Seahawks.
All right. Sounds good.
All right.
All right.
Man,
Also, going back to Jeff's point real quick.
Bet-filled show.
Yeah.
Going back to Jeff's point, I do think that Saints have a good chance this weekend. So that's a good bet.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's all I want. Yeah.
All right.
It has been a fun show. This is the last show of fall term. We don't know the exact time that we will be back next term, but, you know. Are we doing a quick camera point?
No, I was just doing it.
Nice. Thanks for listening. This has been a fun fall term. You can expect Geoff on many more times. Winter term. This is Second String Sports. Have a good finals week. Good winter break.
Go Beavs tomorrow.
Go Beavs. Go out to all the games.
Tinkle time.
Tink time.
Enjoy your lives and stay swaggy.
Swag.
That was a really terrible way to end the show.
Attaboy, Jake. Ridiculous.
Go Beavs.